You say you are ready to have my fang in your mouth.
Yes, sir. That would be probably the cleanest, best pleasure, I would say.
The cleanest, best pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, homies? Welcome back to Grim. Today we have, honestly, one of the most iconic TCAP episodes that I somehow have never reacted to. This creep you're about to see is truly one of the most deranged, out of touch with reality type predators that we have seen on this show, and he also coined possibly the most infamous joke or inside little phrase that TCAP watchers always meme on, and we will see that in a little bit. But without any further ado, I don't want to spoil too much. Let's just get right on into it. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoy this, and if you enjoy my content, subscribe if you haven't already, because a large majority of you that watch my videos are not subbed. Anyways, let's get right on into it, shall we?
He's a parolee.
We know before Cody Green even gets that he could be trouble. He's got a history with police.
Oh, fun. So this dude, Cody, the creep of today, already is on parole for God knows what. Dude has had a string of crimes that he's done in his past, so obviously they're treating this one with a little bit of a special care. Now, that's not to say that, you know, every other guy that comes on this show is not equally just as dangerous and scary to be around, but yeah, this guy's clearly shown that he is a scumbag before this, and he will remain being a scumbag after this encounter with Chris Hansen. I am sure of it.
He's not coming for the handcuffs, he's coming for the other thing.
He wants to be Chris Hansen.
Cody Green shows up in this fairly new, expensive, Cadillac SUV.
Okay, pause, bro. I actually cannot handle the image of this man right now. You know, some of these guys obviously look like total, textbook old dude creeps. Instead, this dude's pulling up like he's Chad Muska in Tony Hawk's Underground 1 with his big-ass Escalade that I'm sure has a ridiculous sound system in it that is just obnoxious to everybody else on the road. And he's rocking this white t-shirt that is about 6 sizes too large for his frail little try-hard white boy body. This is actually insane. Like, this has got to be the worst drip that I have seen any predator have on this show. And that is saying some, because these guys usually have some terrible fashion taste.
Maddie.
Hey, I'm up here. Come on in.
He comes in, he's got his cap on, and he's ready to meet his dream date.
You just know bro's hype right now. He saw the decoy and he's thinking, dude, I am in the clear. This isn't a setup. Finally, I get to, act out on my craziest fantasies. And little does he know he's actually walking into the most life-changing moment he will ever experience. Granted, this guy has been in trouble before. They go over some of those details. A lot of it has to do with driving in a state that you shouldn't be driving. I'm sure many of you can get the connection of what I'm trying to say there. And him fleeing the scene of an accident. So this dude is just a menace to society in other ways. And now he's about to get in the biggest trouble of his life, which is absolutely beautiful to see.
Yeah, I made some tea and it's on the table. Did you bring me my chocolate?
And bro just ignores her. Okay, this is actually very terrifying. This dude is getting straight to the point. Absolute creep behavior. He doesn't even respond to her question because now that he is in private with his decoy, who he thinks he's home alone with right now, he has all the power and he's like, I don't need to act like I'm your friend anymore. I'm just gonna follow you into the dark here as you're loading up this laundry. What a complete freaking psycho. Thankfully, this makes him face to face with Chris, and I'm sure the reveal is gonna happen right now. So let's get to that, baby. Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Hey! Why don't you just step right over there, please? All about it, I promise.
Please, sir, I really drove this far for no reason.
You drove this far for no reason.
No, there's no way that was the response there. I thought he was about to get on his hands and knees begging like some of these other guys, but he almost seems inconvenienced by the idea of Chris Hansen here. Like he is more pissed off at his presence than actually worried for him getting in trouble for this heinous crime that he was trying to commit. That really shows where his priorities lie and just how little brain cells this dude has. Obviously, to dress like this back in the day shows that this dude has like 2 brain cells to his name. He would have been a great extra in the Real Slim Shady music video when he's got all the clones and everything of Eminem, because this guy truly wants to be him. But now he sat face to face with Chris Hansen and is dead ass being like, dude, are you serious? I just drove all this way just to talk to some dude who's gonna try to correct me in my ways. I thought I was gonna get some today, bro. You know how expensive the gas is in that Escalade? I get like 2 miles to the gallon, dude. Can you at least reimburse me?
I swear to you, I asked her, and I swear to you, I asked her this.
You asked who?
I asked Maddie.
Take your time. I'm gonna let you explain the whole thing.
So this dude's beginning to explain it, and you're probably wondering what did he ask Maddie? And we're gonna see shortly what he's talking about here, but I think this guy has a very backwards view of how the law works when it comes to this entire situation. I mean, he really shouldn't, because this is one of those things, especially in our society here in America, we clearly frown upon from like the get-go. And I don't think anybody who's in their right mind would fail to understand that you should not be in this guy's position trying to do what he's trying to do, but just wait until you hear the reasoning of why he thinks this is okay, because truly it has burned off brain cells of my own, and I think he's actually forcibly bringing me down to this dude's intelligence level. So if I'm unable to start stringing together, you know, actual proper sentences and I just become non-verbal almost, it's probably because of this guy, because I just can't handle the stupidity and I'm like shutting down mentally.
I said, if this is really not what you're looking for, I really want you to tell me that, because I will come over and I swear I will just be with you.
So bro says that he really gave her the option, you know, if you're wanting to do this with me, let me know right now, but if not, I will just come over, we'll hang out, we'll be normal friends, which is, you know, we could totally trust this guy when he says that, right? He doesn't seem like the type who would still be creepy and try to make moves here and there and have ulterior motives, especially when he flips out over the idea of him driving so far and seeing Chris Hansen. Like, clearly this guy had only one thing on his mind, and he was planning to accomplish that no matter what it took, as long as nobody else was in this house besides the person he thought he was talking to.
I swear, sir, I'm a desperate person. I need a girl in my life, and if she really wanted to be my friend, that would be all I needed from her.
So now he's just straight up simping here. I mean, I hate that term kind of, but like, dude is seriously getting desperate. Dude, I swear, I just needed a friend. I literally just need to IM someone on the internet so I can feel good about myself and like vent. And I get that she's like, you know, maybe a decade younger than me, but I'm just saying, like, I need friends. I'm very lonely. I know I look cool and I drive a cool car, but it doesn't mean I have any friends. Like, boo-hoo, man. I don't know what to tell you. There are so many ways that you could try to make friends other than this that are way less harmful, and clearly you were not trying to make a friend, so that whole argument just goes out the window anyways when you actually, like, look at this guy and realize what he was here to do. It's very clear he did not care about the friendship aspect of this relationship.
And
White chocolate.
yes, sir, that's what I told her I was bringing.
What about?
Yes, sir, I have them also, but that was not my intention, I swear to you, sir.
And this dude gets pressed about the chocolate and the balloons that he packed in his pocket. And he's one of those guys that's like, bro, trust me, if you knew how much action I was getting, you almost got to carry one of these things on you at all times, you know? Keep that MF thing on you. And when I'm talking about that thing, I mean my balloons, because trust me, I'm using these left and right. Even though just, you know, the sentence before this, I was trying to convince you that I'm lonely and can't get any action or don't have any friends, but that's also false. I lie about everything, sorry.
What were you going to use it for?
She told me to bring them also.
So you did everything just because she told you?
Yes, sir, I swear to you that is the reason for it.
Then why did you send her pictures?
Ooh, and now they're pulling out the pics. But before we get to that topic, I love that this dude is just, you know, blaming the freaking decoy. It's actually sickening and crazy to see how often that is a play done by these guys. They're put in this position where clearly they're the ones with power. Clearly they're the ones causing harm. And instead they try to blame this person who they thought was, you know, not even the age of somebody who should be on the internet in the first place. And they're like, they should have known better. They're the ones that were asking for it, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to deny them. I'm trying to be a good person and live up to their wishes. They asked me to come over, and I'm trying to come over and bring them chocolate and balloons, all right?
I mean, these guys offered right up.
Did you say you are ready to have my fang in your mouth?
Yes, sir.
Dude, I can't handle it. Oh my god, this is actually the craziest chat log that Chris is ever gonna read, probably, because you know this dude is so cringe online with the way that he talks in this fake accent. Like, he's so street and so cool, and instead he's just trying to be all cordial, like, sir, I promise you I wasn't gonna do anything. This is just an outfit I wear to try to pick up chicks, but I'm nowhere near as hard as I act like I am. I'm really just a soft guy that needs a friend, please.
Because she was going with it. She was.
Oh, so she wanted it.
That's what it
It's
seemed
her
like to
fault.
me.
And he still continues to run with this idea that because the decoy was playing into this idea of him coming over and sending these pictures, and that means that it's okay, and somehow the laws that are preventing this from happening don't exist, or the ethics that cause these laws to be put into place in the first place don't exist, and it simply is not true.
This is not even like I was just looking for girls that were this young. I was looking to get in trouble and everything like this, because I was telling her this. I was like, this is illegal.
Bro, trust me, I was trying to educate her and tell her why this was wrong, but when she kept trying to, you know, talk to me, I just figured she was chill with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't the situation this guy thinks it is. I don't know if he thinks Chris Hansen is the father or what, but this isn't you being like, you know, a senior in high school trying to date some sophomore, which is already kind of weird, and then you're like, oh, well, she said she's cool with it, so I thought we could maybe date. Like, no, that is not this scenario. You are a grown-ass man who's driving around in your dorky car and wearing your dorky clothes, living an adult life, trying to speak to somebody who's not an adult, and coming over to their house while you think they are alone. There is no way to misconstrue this and make you seem like the good guy. That simply does not exist in the story. You are definitely the villain.
I came here for, yes, for reasons like that, but if she really didn't want it, sir, I swear to you, I would have Never tried it.
But if she was open to the idea.
Yes.
And this is actually insane to hear because Chris is not mincing his words. I have to obviously take out parts of what he's saying, but he is flat out saying what this dude was trying to say, and that is that if this girl was fine with it and wanted it, it would make it okay for him to come over here and do what he was planning on doing. That is the true cognitive dissonance that this man is living in. He thinks that somehow the law doesn't exist as long as both parties agree, and he can't wrap his head around the fact that this is somebody so young that they can't even make up their mind in the first place about this. You know what I'm saying? God, he's so chillaxed right now too. Like, I don't get how this dude is not panicking more. And it truly shows that he doesn't think he's breaking that big of a law, which is very disgusting to think about.
It's just something that you'll probably never have again. That would be probably the cleanest, best pleasure, I would say.
The cleanest, best pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay. And there it is. Look, guys, I gotta admit, I've been hearting your comments that say, oh, blank, blank, blank is the cleanest, best pleasure. I know that this is an inside joke in the TCAP community, but I gotta say, the origins of this meme, now that I am actually seeing it firsthand, is so much darker than I ever thought. Like, this man flat out just said, it would be the cleanest, best pleasure in my life to have actually gotten with this person. And if you weren't here, if I could just be, you know, go into town as we speak, that would be the cleanest, best pleasure. And that is sickening. I mean, even Chris Hansen is like flashbang stunned right here. He doesn't even know how to react to this dude after he said that, because that is like one of the, no, that is the creepiest thing that I think anybody has ever said on the show. And I was not expecting that to come from this dude. He is like very subtly one of the most devious people we've seen on this show.
Yes, sir.
You can't meet any girls who are 20 years old?
No, sir, I really can't.
You got that nice truck out there?
Yes, sir.
Got the clothes thing going on?
And Chris is trying to give him an out, like, dude, you can't just be normal and have a social life with other adults and meet other adults. And he's like, no, I can't, bro. Not as easy as talking to these, you know, other people on the internet who just don't understand life and don't understand the harm I'm trying to cause them.
Well, there's something you got to know. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. If there's anything else you want to tell us, we'd like to hear it. If not, you're obviously free to walk out that door.
So finally the reveal happens after that insanity, and this dude, like, I thought he was throwing up signs or something, but I think he's literally freaking out, not knowing what to do with his hands. Like he is Ricky Bobby and he just won a race or something, dude. Just keep the hands down, try to cover your face with your 4XL shirt that you don't need to be wearing, and get the hell out of the house so we can arrest you for the creepy man that you are, please.
Please, free! Free! Put your hands up!
So yeah, he gets arrested, thankfully, and taken away for what I hope is a long time. But as we all know, it's never as long as we hope on this show. Although I gotta admit, he was still pretty swagged out walking out of the car there. They search his crazy, like, Cadillac half-truck thing. I didn't even realize it was one of those half-truck Cadillacs. That makes it even worse. Lock this man away for life and throw away the key, please. That is the only option here. But for real, I do want to know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. Shout out to all of you for the continued support in the series, and shout out to my patrons as always. Anyways, I love hearing what you thought of this one, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace out.